in your life there is no exit. I know that feeling, and I know that you did your best. You did everything possible to make it happen. And after all of that, nothing works. Trust me, I know that feeling. When you rely on somebody and suddenly you're left alone in the darkness. Yes, life is dark. Yes, life is negative. But the truth is that after darkness and night, there is a time to the sunlight. Yes, I know that feeling when you think that there is no exit. The key for that exit is not in the outside. The key for your exit is in the inside. We have been given the dignity of choice. Wherever we are today, it's the consequences of yesterday's choices. I was in the same place. I used to live all my life as a king in a kingdom of my comfort zone. Until this kingdom got disturbed by one thing. I discovered that I was only focusing on what I was not getting and forget about what I was not giving. So I declared to live full and die empty. I've been always asking myself, what is the meaning of my life? And I found the answer. To make a positive difference in the souls around me by liberating their inner chained greatness to be exposed to the sunlight and transform the planet. And today, I founded Unleash to live my purpose. I interview global CEOs, entrepreneurs, and coaches all over the world to unleash their stories and experience to the whole world. Unleash is the bridge between my purpose and my mission. And my mission is unleashing the human greatness to its utmost potential. Hey, 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 good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all those beautiful people who are listening and watching us right now all over the globe. Welcome again with another new episode of Unleash. And before we start, let me seize this moment and tell you happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year to all those beautiful people again who are listening and watching us. May I ask God to shower you and your life with happiness, kindness, greatness, and prosperity. Today, we are going to have an on fire episode with a very unique guest. Our episode today will be mostly around the building a confidence in front of camera. And actually, many people, when they try to create videos with their cameras, their mind somehow got paralyzed when they push the on button. Sometimes even the tongue is stopped just moving and talking. If you want to know how to be more confident in front of the camera, then let's welcome with us today our unique guest, Shri. And before just introducing Shri, may I ask you to give her the compo applause? It's a great applause, huh? How are
I
you?
love it. I love it. I just
Great
want
to
to
have
say
you.
thank you for having me and thank you to all your amazing viewers and those who are catching the replay. Now, watching from your live as a viewer and watching that intro, it's different when you're watching as a guest, especially if you're going through something and you're like, I need to just I need to capture and not let my tears flow. because it is so hard.
It's a pleasure, and I would like to thank you for your amazing contribution on LinkedIn. And another thanks for just transforming lives with your authenticity and helping people to transform their life by your great values. And before just we move on into our great episode today, I always ask this question to my great guests. I believe that there is a story behind what you're doing today. So, would you mind if you share with us your amazing story?
Well, that's thank you first of all for that wonderful intro. And I want to say that the reason why I do what I do is I wanted to leave a legacy for my daughter, and I wanted to have her see that her life has an impact, her story, her journey. And as I continue to meet other entrepreneurs, having them share their story, having them go on live and hearing the response from so many people. And I know you get this, Ahmed, from your viewers who come in and say, I've been watching you, I've been reading your story. Even your intro shows how you being vulnerable and saying that you can do this, that you are this is somebody's breakthrough. I just did a TikTok video where I said that you are a gift. And when you share to somebody like myself, who I just got laid off, but something that I did was I built an online presence, whether it was TikTok, whether it was Instagram, and even here on LinkedIn, it's a different story. It had it been 4 years ago when I didn't have any kind of presence. So I just want to share with everybody, really, it's about your legacy and leaving a legacy behind, because you never know who's watching you and who's getting impact. And sometimes it's the people around you, may it be your children, your spouse, friends, family, even a viewer who's never talked to you. They are inspired and impacted by you.
Definitely. Can I give you something? What you were saying, it's totally resonating with me because if you have uh, somehow why or a reason behind what you're doing, it will always pull you through any challenge, any obstacle in your life, and you never stop. Because, as we said, life is cyclic. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. So, and the real growth happens when you're down. When you're down,
Absolutely.
when you just down and life knocked you down, and the way you act, this is the real growth in our life. And I shouldn't, I don't want to what to say, but really you are touching me with your great story. So
Oh,
thank you for being vulnerable, and thanks again just for the great values that you're driving, and greetings for your daughter. Thank
oh,
you, Shrey. So
thank you. Thank you.
can we send some greetings for our lovely friends and lovely
Yeah,
audience?
yeah.
Our brother Robert Berry, great to see you.
Hi.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Our friend Muha Noor, all the best. Thank you so much, Muha, for tuning in. She's sending also happy holidays, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our friend Niraj, wonderful Ahmed, my love and blessing to you, my brother. Thank you so much, Niraj. Again, Robert Berry, being on camera is very hard, definitely. And this is our topic today. And for sure, Shreesh, she will unleash all of this potential today in our episode. Thank you so much, Robert. Oh, Osama Zaid. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. The most positive person and vibes on LinkedIn, Mr. Osama Zaid. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our friend Juliet, hello everyone. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Thank you so much, Juliet. Again, Osama, my favorite people, the house, Ahmed Khalid and Shri. Thank you so much. Uh, let's jump into our core discussion right now. And for sure, guys, if you feel free just to ask any question into your mind about building the confidence in front of camera, whatever you want to ask questions, sharing some struggles, we'll jump into that along the way when we speak about our main topic. So, Shri, the first question: what is the power of video?
Well, the power of video is that, for business owners, it is cutting down your sales cycle and having to be able to share who you are with your voice, your vibes, and then giving yourself visibility. When somebody books a call with you, they're already ready to just start talking business. You've also answered the objections ahead of time with video. So I would go back to saying that if you are trying to go from that cold inbound, trying to get sales, doing video allows for people to see who you are and it turns into inbound leads. So I definitely would say if you are feeling like your sales cycle is too long, how about trying something new and adding video to your, marketing to what you're doing right now?
Lovely. So, why should you get on video? What could be the main reason just to be in video? From your experience, definitely.
So I'm just going to say, from my own experience, I have a friend here named John. He happened to be watching a live. I was interviewing somebody that he knows on Instagram. And the moment he caught my lives, he started watching them. And it has taught him so much. And even though I was just asking the questions, I was asking questions based on what I was facing. So, like going back to your question, when you think about video, video allows you to connect with people. So think about this. If I had never done a video, I would never have met John back in November of 2020. And now here he is from Instagram and he's here on LinkedIn. That tells you the power of video. And it allows people to know who you are. Like, think about this: Robert, Beth, Usama, Tim, yourself, Ahmed. If I never did video, if I never saw you do a live, I would never know who you are. I would never know that you existed, regardless of having the best product out there. I would never know who you are. But because you did a video and you put yourself out there, now I know, like, okay, now I know what he sounds like. Now I know what he looks like or she looks like. Now I know if this is somebody I can, get in front of and talk to or not.
Yeah. Can we give John something also for that, please? Okay. It's lovely what you were saying. You remind me also by the first time that I went in front of the camera, and I still do remember this moment, and I will never forget this moment because I scripted everything. It was like a video of maybe 10 seconds, 20 seconds scripted. And I remember when I wrote this script in front of me, just I hold the paper and then I read everything just to try to absorb all the words inside my head and I put it aside. And then I go in front of the camera, I press on button, and then I stay in front of the camera, I swear. And if all the words that I start to absorb it, it vanishes quickly. I forget everything, and I keep doing this one time too. I do remember that I stayed like 7 8 hours just for 20 seconds. This is what I
Mm.
do remember till today. Yes, but I know it's not easy one, but I was chasing something that I feel that I can really inspire people. I can touch some people. I can move them. But to do this, I have to change my life. And I know it's a long process because greatness, it's a journey. It's not 1 day or 2 days. It's a journey. You have to work and you have to have a progress every day in order to chase your greatness. So I can relate to what you're saying. It's not easy one, but as long as you are exploring, as long as you're moving, as long as you're chasing, as long as you're not afraid to be in front of anybody and being authentic and getting this real person in front of everybody, just don't be afraid to be captivated from people talks, opinions. This will bring you better and better and better. I can relate to everything what you're saying.
Absolutely. I mean, even now, I actually I even prepared for this. These are my notes. And I'm still nervous. I'm still like, I'm sweating. And I'm sitting here like,
It's normal.
hurts. My hair is getting frizzy. Like this is like all the things that are going on in my head. So if you think that even after 150 IG lives and a few LinkedIn lives, that it is perfect. Actually, what makes it perfect is that I'm just telling myself right now, appear as me, talk as me. Who and even if it comes out and you guys are like, "What is she talking about?" That's okay, because you guys have to understand, we all go through it. It does not matter how many times you do it. It's just being like Ahmed was saying, being comfortable with yourself, being comfortable with your story. I cannot change that I'm a survivor of abuse. I cannot change that I had lost my job. I cannot change that I was when I moved from Miami back to Houston, I had no money. But what I can tell you is that I overcame all of that and I am here today. And everybody who's here and who's watching the replay, I want you to understand that you are not your circumstance. They just are there. God has you going through those moments for a reason. And when you learn that reason, you realize, oh, because I've heard
Definitely.
so many stories. And then some of them I can already relate to, and some of them I'm like, oh, I know that this is going to help me in the future. There is a reason for this. And I still remember one of my guests talked about they had lost their job and then they had to start building their business and what they did. So when it happened to me, I remember that story and I was like, okay, she showed me how to do it. I know I can do it.
Lovely. I will give you another one, please. Okay? Please. I love your inspirational words. That's let's bring back come back to our lovely friends and audience and send them some greetings. Definitely, we have our friend Tim Sean. Hey, hey, Sri. Thank you so much for tuning in. Um, our friend Osama, he is asking, how can be a confident and awesome on video like you, Sri?
Well,
Please.
I want to ask him the question. How does he bring the energy? Every time he comes, he's like, "What's up? This is I'm here like, hi, this is Tree. Welcome, welcome, welcome." I would just say that to answer that question is be comfortable with yourself and your story. Like Juliet has quoted me. It really is about that. All those quirks, even if you're gonna, I've cried on lives. I'm not gonna cry today, but I've cried on lives and I've accepted that this is who I am and I'm not going to change it for anybody. And if this isn't good enough, then I know that there's somebody that I can refer you to if you don't want to work with me because I've learned opportunity is everywhere and there's opportunity for everybody.
Definitely. Thank you, Shrey, for your lovely story and Osama for asking this great question. Our friend again, Tim. Yes, love all the connections because of live video. So amazing. Love, thank you so much for tuning in again and your kind words. Our lovely brother, Shadi El Jackie. I think you should write a book in this
I
topic. Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shadi. Robert again. Hey, hey. Carl Sean. Where is Carl? I cannot find him. I think he's online. I didn't find him. But anyway, Carl Sean, he is the king of vulnerability. He is one of the best guys for
Mhm.
sure, like Robert and Tim. Thank you so much again. I think our lovely friend John sending his love. Thank you so much again. So this will bring us into the next question, Shrey. So when did you realize the impact that video had on you?
So the impact really is funny because this it was when I was interviewing in the early stages in April and May 2020. As I was bringing guests on, my DMs were filled with, "Oh my God, that live was what I needed to hear." The guests and what they said. And then the guests themselves, who had never done video either, they were telling me how they were just getting visibility to their business, that they were getting leads, that some of them got sales. So that's when I realized, hey, this video thing is something. Like there is some, not just testimonials, but there's something behind even doing lives. There's something behind doing a video, especially when I did a video just introducing myself. Who am I? That
Mhm.
just went crazy. People were wondering, who is Shri? Why is she doing this? And so I would say that once I started to get comfortable in front of the camera, I realized this medium, even though it's been around for so long, it really can change our business. It can change the way that people see us. It gives the visibility. And I can guarantee, and I'll bring up this story probably a few more times, that being laid off, the amount of love poured in because I had built this community due to video from TikTok, Instagram, and even LinkedIn. I'm still getting messages to from today about what happened, but that's because I was building this visibility. Now think of that for your business. If you feel like you're not getting the numbers that you want, think about how much more that you can get by adding video to your, what you're doing right now.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shrey. So, just asking you a question that came into my mind right now. What could be the first struggles that you could face when you are just newly in front of the camera? And those struggles, how you can overcome it? Think that you are a confidence coach in front of the camera, but I believe also that you are very vulnerable. So, would you mind if you can share with us the struggles that you faced and how you reach to this level of confidence in front of the camera? You speak very vulnerable, very openly, and the flow of that just the words is coming very easily. So would you mind if you share your struggles?
Absolutely. I mean, like anybody, I have fears. For a woman, it's okay. Am I, you're going to laugh. Is my hair okay? Did I do my makeup right? Am I too fat? I have psoriasis, so I'm always worried about, I have to hide that. But it was also the camera adds weight. So I didn't like that. And the other thing was what I think that people are saying to me. This mindset that I'm, if I go out there, what if I get somebody who's hating on me? Or what if I get somebody
Mhm.
who says you suck? Or somebody who tells me that what you're putting out is not valuable. All these things, that the mindset, the fear that we have, that we realize later is not real, is what I was putting energy in until I said, "No, I'm just gonna go for it. Don't even care." I didn't even have a ring light. It was a hair tie and a globe and a jewelry box that I set my phone up and started doing lives on Instagram.
Yes, I tried also, to remember all the struggles that we have gone through, which is, as you said, when you start something new, our mind is wired like this. You will find that most people, they have stories, they build stories even. Maybe it's illusionary stories. There is no facts about it on the ground. Just they think more into the barriers and the obstacles, the challenges, not just the opportunities. And definitely, you will find always that opportunities will be mixed with difficulties always in our life. But the way that we look into it will shape our life and our future. So how you are taking it, definitely, for sure, I will find some challenges, but this will not stop me from chasing being better and better and better. But
Mhm,
struggles, we have struggles. We are human. And if you don't just show your struggles, people will never just realize your success. They will not believe in your success at all. So be vulnerable, share your struggles, and feel comfortable. And don't be afraid even to show yourself. As you said, and I keep saying this, yes, not everyone will just uh, accept you as you are, but this will not stop you from pursuing your greatness, right? This
absolutely.
is at all. That's why keep doing it, and keep doing it with passion, with love, and inspire more people. You don't need that wrong people to come into your life. But trust me, as long as you are doing it consistently, you will attract the right people. And let me tell you, some people will oppose you. Some people will try to pull you down. It's normal. Feel free and go forward. This has nothing to be done with or just shaping your future. Just go forward and chase your greatness. So
Mhm.
100% I agree with you on what you were saying. 7%, not even 100%.
Well, I would also add, like, even sometimes when you go live, even right now, I can say, do I have the right answer? Am I saying the right things? And those thoughts also go through because you might get a question from somebody and they're asking you, and you're like, well, I don't really know this answer because it's not that you don't know the answer, it's because maybe you didn't experience it yet, or it's something that you can get back to and always understand people don't get upset because you can't answer the question right off the bat. They like that you followed up and said, "Hey, I know you asked this question. Let me tell you, I had to think about it. I do a little bit of research. This is what I found for you." And if that's still it, and most people, at least in my experience, have appreciated that I got back to them. So if you fear like, oh, I'm going to get a question that I don't know how to answer, just remember you don't have to know all the answers, but you can know how to find the answers.
Definitely, it's part of from our personal growth. So something like what we're doing right now, live streaming, I like it because it will expose you to grow more. As you said, if I have some questions that I don't know about it, this will not stop me from getting it. And there is nothing will make me be ashamed of myself if I say if I will revert back to you. But don't mislead people, just
Mhm.
not improvise, just give them whatever. Easily I can say I'll come back to you on that point, and then let's say in like live our live stream, I will know this contact and I will do my due diligence or my surveys. I come back and even give them the valuable insights. So there is nothing bad about this, that because it's again it's part of from our growth. So don't be afraid, go and do it. Again, people, not all people will like you, not all people will see you wow at the beginning, but this will never stop you. We can we if
Never.
you come back, yeah, at all, if you come back, see almost most successful people start from where, and they're why the where are they today, and what was the reason. It's the main reason, it's their progress. Their
Mm.
progress, they don't stop. Every day they add something, every day they learn something, every day they chase something, they never stop. And this is the essence of life and just the essence of greatness. Exactly.
I
What do you
agree.
think?
I can actually I have a testimony because John Bellins has been there since November of 2020, and he could share how far I've come in over a year in a few months. So he could tell you I wasn't the best, but he has always encouraged me to get better. And I also wanted to add that with live streaming, it has allowed us to give, it's a fraction of cost. Think about this. If you wanted to do this, have a show, you had to go to a studio, you had to pay for that, you have to pay for a camera, you have to pay for so much. Now look at this. You could do it in the comfort of our home. I mean, right now my daughter's not sleeping in her bed. She went to my room, but I mean, things are so much different now. So if you're also thinking, "Oh, this is going to be too weight cost too much," I promise you, and even Ahmed will tell you, it doesn't. What's going to cost you is just taking action. Just do
Exactly.
it. And
There is
even I,
no excuses at all.
remember when so I want to give a testimony to Ahmed. He actually pushed me. It was back in, I want to say we met in July, and he was like, apply for LinkedIn Live, apply for LinkedIn Live. And I was just so scared because of my 9 to 5 at the time. I finally did. Then I get approved. And then I still didn't do a live. And he's like, come on, Shree, come on. And then finally, I just said, I'm tired of being afraid. I'm tired of being small. They already know I do this. Let me just do what I love doing and bringing on people, doing lives. I love helping people. I mean, I was already doing lives, helping people. Getting in front of the camera is one of my services. And so, we would go on live for the first time on Instagram, just showing them what to expect. even did a live here on LinkedIn just to help them navigate the platform. And at this point, I was like, who cares? This is what I do outside of the 9 to 5. I'm building something, I'm building this legacy. Why am I being so scared? It's not during their hours, it's my time, and let me make the most of it.
Exactly. That's why, again, as we said, most people they try to find excuses just to avoid it or just to not make it. But we should find the opportunities. We should look into the opportunities. Don't be afraid to chase your greatness. This will bring us back into uh, we spoke about the struggles, definitely, that we faced in front of the camera or in live streaming. So we speak a little bit, we need to speak about the excuses. So may I ask you, what is the biggest excuses just that you have heard when it comes to doing videos?
Well, one of them is I don't have a story. Another one, like I said, we all have a story. Even if you don't think so, you had a story going to the grocery store. Um, it could also be, like I said, the fears, that mindset. What is going on? What is it? May it be a fear, maybe even what you're telling yourself. And then some people just time. I don't have time. I don't have time to make a video. I don't have time to go live. I'm way too busy. Last time I checked, I'm busy. Ahmed was busy, and some of you guys who are watching are busy. But we've realized the importance of video. Like, I'm going to ask you, Ahmed, how long did it take you to get comfortable adding live streaming, creating video content into your daily schedule?
At the beginning, it was very hard, to be honest. But right now, it's easy. Just everything is flow quickly. Just maybe if I'm talking about planning, execution, it doesn't take like 1 hour, 2 hours from the beginning. Weekly, I say weekly even.
See, and you've learned how to, and it's just like anything. So I would say these are the main ones. It's about I don't have a story, the mental, like what are you, the mindset, and definitely time. These are the three that I get a lot of because that's also what I help you get past so that you don't have these excuses anymore.
Yeah, 100%. And I also relate this because I had the same excuses as you said that my story. And again, everyone has a story. Not only one story. We have thousands of stories. But I like just to share this and to highlight this. Which story you should share, which story you should be proud of. And again, it should be aligned with your vision, why you are in front of camera, why you are here in social media. Because this story should be like a bridge for your vision and should be a bridge just shining your personal brand. It doesn't mean that if I'm talking, let's say, I'm chasing something, my personal brand about business. So I'm talking about something else that it's 180% degree or just 180 degrees in the opposite side of the business. Doesn't make sense. So people will be confused. So craft your story, and everyone has a story. Craft your story that is aligned with your vision and your brand equity that you want to convey this message to people.
Mhm.
Inspirational? Is it something related to the business? Is it something to meet just related to society? You have to craft your story. And by this way, as you said, just this is the beginning of connecting with your audience because we are always connected by story, engaged by story. We are human. This is
I
just.
agree.
Shall I give
I,
myself, please? I'll give
yes.
myself, please.
I wanted to take what you just said, and some of us, I'm not going to say who, like Robert, who looks at TikTok and gets, I've been doing TikTok for so long, but that what you said is really important. If you're thinking about going onto TikTok, think about how you help people. Why did you start? Your business is started based on you. Why did you start it? Now, your story, how you get how you get there and what are the tips that you're going to share, that's what your TikTok is going to be about. And even though the videos are between 15 to 25 seconds, I guarantee you, you can share a lot of gems. And so if I was to think of Ahmed and he was to do a TikTok video about SNOP, I would think he would dress up like the salesman and then somebody from supply chain, and just the constant battles that they have and the things that come up. And I would see that as being something as a, that is the constant that everybody, when they check that video or that page, they know that they're about to get one quick tip. And they could be so powerful enough that, they're going to want to continue to watch and follow for more tips. They're going to want to sign up for your your newsletter. They're going to want to join the lives that you do on Sundays, which is 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And just saying, or even following you on LinkedIn because you have that content.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Shri. Uh, I would move into the next question, if you allow me. So, I think video it's one of the most essential, I would say, uh, a forum that you can use to build your personal brand. So, how this video can build an authority in what we're doing?
So, as I had just explained your example, let's go back to that. The video allows for somebody to get quick value. You're providing value. Plus, they're getting to know who you are. So, you've already gotten past what do they sound like? What do they look like? What is it like to, being in front of them? What am I, the expectations to some degree? Also, they're getting to understand now they see you on video, they're going to check out your other platforms. What else do you have out there? So not only they get to see you, they get to read about you, and then when they make that appointment, it's not about, let me know more about you. It's more of, I want to get help from you. I've had videos that have turned into actual clients working with me. I've had my second LinkedIn Live, I had a client that came from it. And if you want to know something even crazier, my first ever paid client came from I made a comment on somebody's post. They went and checked out my profile and saw some videos, and they said, I want to work with you. Let's get on a call. So I'm
Wow.
just saying the power of video and how it can work for you. Like, these are not stories. I used to think that it was crazy. No, it's not. It actually does happen.
Beautiful. So I would like to take your opinion in that point also. Do you prefer just authentic videos? I would say just you come in front of the camera and improvise, or a scripted one.
So I have a little bit, like, I was nervous at first, so I will script it out. I'll put some bullet points. But then when I'm recording, then I'm like, "Oh, I don't like the way this sounds," or, "Oh, this is too long. Let me shorten it up." So there's a little bit of free flow. Now, there was a video that I posted and I was just me. I didn't even script it, and it was just telling my story because something had happened. And that went amazing. That did amazing because people like stories. They like to get the tips, they like to get the gems, but they also like to see when you're going through something and how you're going through it, because naturally, as humans, we want to support each other, we have love for each other, and we want to see each other succeed. Even if you don't like them, you still don't want to see them in pain. Now, I'm only talking on my end, but I'm just saying that this is normal for all of us all around the world. Like, we just don't want to see anybody struggle. So I would just say, for me, it started off as, at least I had to have some kind of script, but then I, started to be able to free flow. But if you really want to know, my notebook, my handy dandy notebook here, I write down stuff, just a few pointers so that I know that I'm hitting that in the video, especially if it's 15, 25 seconds, it really has to hit home.
Yeah, I can relate, and your message resonates too much with me because when I started firstly in front of the camera, I scripted every word. And sometimes even I use a teleprompter. If you know about teleprompter, it's something like uh, TV. It's not TV, but it's opaque, and you put it in front of the camera, and it's like, on the other side there is two sides. The first side in front of you, it acts like a mirror, but from other side it's very opaque. And you can put your mobile, you can put your like laptop, you can put your iPad, and do like download a program inside your as a software, and write your script, and it goes, like scripted, something like goes up down and in front of the camera. So you will see the words, you are looking in front of the camera, and the words is flowing, and at the same time you're reading it. It feels like naturally. But I found out that the words that flows, it doesn't come from heart at all. And what I realized, really, when you speak from heart, when you don't just, you know, take the words as is, like like a robot, it really touches people. It really, inspires people. It moves people, rather than just, scripted. You are doing very perfect, because I want to be, perfectionist like this, and it will never happen. And I realized that when you're authentic, when you're talking from heart, when you're speaking really from your heart, it goes like, arrow in the heart of people.
Hmm.
But it shows in your tonality, it shows in your expressions, it shows in everything, in your body language, when you speak really from heart. And I would go, just at the beginning, I'm telling you, I was scripting everything. But right now, most probably what I do, if I have a content, if I have some speeches, I could have like some points, and I speak from heart. This is the best
Mm.
thing that I could say. So authenticity is always a key on that point.
It's always. We have a few questions. Usama Ali has a question for us.
Sure, I'll come back,
You
definitely.
do you think that videos
We are
ex-
disappeared now, but S- so can you? I will try to read it.
okay.
So thank you, Osama, for your question. So he's asking, do you think that the video express feeling more than face-to-face meetings? From my point of view, he is saying it doesn't show the following aspects: body language, presentations skills, real evaluating, but I believe that this is the only way to communicate with others in current circumstances. Thank you.
Thank you. And to go back to what Ahmed said was saying, you can have a scripted video and you can be perfect, or you can be like me, who I get close into the video and I'm like talking to you and I'm pointing to you and I show these theatrics because this is who I am. And even though this isn't TikTok, I even do it on LinkedIn when I'm sending a video. I'll hold the video up and I'm talking to you, and it's because this is who I am. Now, I'm saying that not all of you will do that, but I will say, yes, you don't always get the body language, but at least you get to see, okay, this somebody I want to talk to. I will give an experience. I had a life insurance agent and she was leaving the company. I think that if she, because she said she called me, but I never got the call. I was like, well, why didn't they just do a video? They put it in an email where both of the people who she gave her accounts to could introduce each other. At least at some point, I would have gotten the email, or even in that same email can be sent in text. Think about how much more reach you have. Think about the conversations that you have because you got that text message. I'm just saying
Mhm.
the power that that video, how much of it takes away of that, okay, I've got to call this person. Did they do this? At least I know this part is done. I can continue with what I'm doing. Because sometimes, making phone calls, we get things happen, but at least you know that that email or that text message with that video got out.
Beautiful, beautiful, Trey. So, Trey, thank you so much for your amazing insights. So, I would ask you this question: how can you help people with camera confidence by your experience right now? I believe that you have your great business. So, how do you help people by your business?
Well, I have very many different ways. No, I'm just kidding. I have a 60-minute intensive call where we just do 1 hour. I also have what's called, like, why not just do a challenge? I have a 21-day video challenge where I will provide you with the script and you get support throughout the 21 days. So it gets you in the practice of posting a video for 21 days. Then I do have a group coaching 6 weeks where we work together and, it's taking from that what's holding you back to all the way creating your live series. And if you don't want to work in a group, you want just one-on-one with me, I do have a 6-week one-on-one program as well.
Oh, great. So, what would be the best channel to connect with you?
For those of you who are on here right now, you can connect with me here on LinkedIn and be part of the Livepreneur community. I want to say thank you to all those who are. I reached 5,000. I remember that Ahmed said I was going to get there, and I did. And I also found on Instagram and TikTok. But for those of you who are on here right now, I would say connect with me on LinkedIn.
I'll give you something. So, congratulations for your amazing work and for building this great community. Definitely, I see that inspiring values that you're driving it from your authentic videos, definitely. And I see even from your energy in front of the camera right now how much you're very vulnerable and you're authentic. Definitely, I would just send greetings for you and for you, definitely your daughter, for the amazing work that you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And I would like also to thank you for your beautiful insights today. I've learned something new, really, about doing the videos, but from the other side, based on your experience. And another thanks for giving me your valuable time. And again, guys, all audience, thank you so much also for being here today. And don't hesitate. I keep saying this. Don't hesitate to connect with Shri at any point of time. And if you have any challenge in front of the camera or being confident in front of the camera, I'm telling you, you will be somewhere else if you work with Shri. So keep doing what you're doing. Thank you again so much, Shri, for your valuable time.
I just want to say thank you to you, Ahmed. From the day we met, you've always believed in me. And even now, I'm not going to cry. You just give so much support. And so I just want to say thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much, Ray. And all the best. I'm sure 2022 will be a transformational year for you, your family. And again, with your energy, you will be somewhere else. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Bye bye. Thank you.